A young scientist caught in the crosshairs of a sweeping immigration crackdown. Well, Priya Saxena, an Indian PhD student in South Dakota, was nearly deported over a traffic ticket. Well, in April, the Department of Homeland Security cancelled her valid student visa, citing a criminal record for failing to stop an emergency vehicle in 2021, a citation she paid in full. Without warning, her service record was deleted, jeopardizing her graduation as well as her legal status. But Saxena fought back. She sued the Trump administration, winning a legal reprieve just in time. And last weekend, she walked across the stage, earning her doctorate in chemical and biological engineering. And this week, a federal judge blocked DHS from arresting or detaining her, slamming the government instead. The case, viewers, shines a light on a troubling trend. The Trump administration has revoked thousands of student visas, citing most minor of the infractions. And Priya Saxena's story is just one in a sea of legal residents that have been swept up by a hardline immigration agenda. Now, what does this mean? Is this some sort of a benchmark that has been set, a precedent as to how some of the other Indian students can now take on some of these illogical decisions by Trump 2.0. To talk on that, Irina Tsukerman joins me, who's an international immigration and national security lawyer. Irina, I want to ask you this question, that how Priya Saxena has been able to win against and find that legal reprieve against an absolutely unfair decision by the DHS. Is that now a precedent that other students can also now hope to get a legal reprieve from?
Thank you. Absolutely. Basically, what the court found is that her detention, the attempt to deport her was completely illegal. Traffic infractions are not subject to deportations. They are not the sort of offenses that you can just be thrown out of the United States from. And certainly it's not a sort of national security threat that should prevent a committed student from graduating and completing her degree, especially after all the money spent. And this is a completely correct call by the court. And I think others in that situation would certainly look to this recourse. There's no reason why any other court would find anything different under similar circumstances. So any student who is being pressured into self-deportation or deported for mere traffic infractions or other...
I'll come in there. I want you to first of all, try and see if you can fix your audio a little bit. But as you do that, I want to also bring to your notice the fact that thousands of students had their service record being scrubbed and were asked to essentially either self-deport or go back at the earliest. Do you think with this case acting as a precedent, the government will stop doing that? Because these are all legal residents, immigrants, aren't they? They're legal immigrants on student visas, valid visas. Do you think the Trump administration will stop doing that because now there's a precedent, a legal precedent? Irina, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
The question, okay, it's. I guess that's pretty much what it is for the Trump administration as well, right? They can't hear these verdicts and some of these legal residents, immigrants that are there. And the question I was asking was, will the government now stop scrubbing service records of students on valid student visas?
Don't think so. I think that they're trying very hard to see what sticks. The fact that this particular student chose to challenge the administration is a setback for them, but that doesn't mean that they're not going to start to continue this against on the chance that other students will be too afraid to challenge the administration or will not have the means to take the matter to court. Some of these litigation matters could be pricey, and depending on the student situation, it could be a financial challenge as well.
Let's leave it there, Irina. Thanks much for joining me.